are Mere Casuals.
Okay, so we're recording now. Welcome back to Mere Casuals, a World of Warcraft podcast. I said it without stuttering that time. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
We always do. We haven't really developed an order. I usually just wait for the prodigy.
Josh usually goes first, so I was just waiting.
Okay,
so
well,
today
I'll go
I'll
first.
just say that I'm Al / Akona. I'm a Rouge, that's why I slash, because I'm Akona.
Same joke every day. Week. Same joke every week.
Oh no, I go home and I say it to myself every day. I put myself to sleep with it. Nice little soothing lullaby. I'm a slashing roll.
So hold on. Is that your intro joke after workshopping it for weeks? You couldn't do better?
I don't go to a workshop. Have you seen me lately?
No, you don't go to the gym, is what you're saying.
Oh, I've never met Jim.
Yes, you have. You know Jim quite well.
Damn it, Jim, I'm a YouTuber, no, never mind. Edit
No,
all this
podcaster.
stuff
Well,
out.
you're an amateur YouTuber.
Edit all this stuff out.
I guess we're also amateur podcasters. And you are?
I'm Sam / Rolaren.
Do you slash or do you shoot?
Shoot. I don't even know how to respond to that.
Actually, it was the perfect response. Oh, shoot.
And I'm Josh, and in game I am Will Riker because I don't want to say slash. Welcome back to another episode where we ramble through our intro. So what do we want to get to first? Do we want to go straight to the news so that we can use our news intro?
Yeah, you might as well.
So straight to the news.
It's time for the news.
So, Al, do you want to talk about the news for this week?
Well, so we have the Merrymaker achievement coming out
Do we know the date?
December 15th.
And this episode will be out. What is today?
It'll be out on the 13th.
So this episode will be out on the 13th, and
Or the
Merrymaker
12th.
starts on the 15th. The 12th or 13th. I don't know how weeks work. It's the 5th we're recording, and
you
it's coming
wanna-
out in a week.
Do you want to pull up my prompt for speaking
Oh yeah, yes, of course.
on the Merrymaker? So we just wanted to let you know that I will have a YouTube video out on Mere Casuals. That's Mere Casuals on YouTube, just to go through the Merrymaker for those of you that may not know about it or may not know what to do, which I guess those two might be the same thing.
So like a walkthrough of sorts.
Yeah, there's a number of things. The most important ones to be considered immediately is the Falala Orgla. Where is it?
This one right here.
Yeah, Falala Ograla. So there's a lot of things you have to do before you can actually do that quest that you need for that. So you might want to start working on that.
Oh, do you need to be
Yes.
like attuned for the Ogrela daily area?
Yes. So you remember that
Oh.
quest where you needed 5 people?
Yes.
You have to go through that chain.
Oh, you have to finish where you have to have 5 people sent. So you actually have to have 5 people for it.
Yes, just to get up to there. Once you get up to there, then, the Christmas achievement's all yours. So what I was thinking, because I've done some of that with Okona, with your character, if we can do a quick run, do all the prerequisites, because I didn't do the 5-man part. Did I do that with you?
I haven't done it, so I don't think so.
Okay, so no. So we can do all the prerequisite parts with Torash, my warrior, just to have something to show. And then I'll switch back over to my rogue, and we can go through that five person if we can get a couple more suckers to join us.
Yeah, because I didn't even realize that is actual news to me. I didn't know there was an achievement that required you to have that done. Is that part of the meta achievement? Like, do you need the Falalala Logrila for the? Oh man,
You need everything that's there, that you see there. So
because usually there's 1 or 2 that aren't included.
there is one not included. So what's included is you have on Metzen, 'Tis the Season, which you have to eat some fruitcake and wear some clothing. Although wearing clothing during the winter is always a good idea. 'Tis the Season, Let It Snow, the Winter Veil Gourmet, a Frosty Shake, with a little helper from my friends, Falalala Ogrela, simply abominable. And he knows if you've been naughty. And there's also one there I can barely read from here. Bros before ho ho ho's, which I really thought Blizzard had changed due to all the news lately. But those are the ones you need. The one you don't need, which I think is a real shame because it would be the funnest, is the BB gun one, where you have to shoot the leaders of the opposing faction with a BB gun.
Oh, so that's not even listed here.
Well, that's for the Merrymaker. It's not the entire Christmas
Oh, okay.
achievement run.
So we do have to do. We're gonna have to get that done then. That Ogrela thing. I didn't
Yeah.
realize that.
So
So now, is there any because with the Pilgrim's Bounty, we had the rep buff. Are there any interesting buffs or perks we can get from this Winter's Veil Festival?
Well, if you pass by the Winter Revelers, and thank you for asking, this isn't something I thought of talking about, but if you pass by the Winter Revelers at the inns, you can emote kiss them. So you blow them a kiss, and they will give you something. Sometimes it's a mistletoe.
Like, is it viral?
I was going to say.
Yes. By the way, I'm wearing a mask. I'm sick, so there.
Yeah, we should probably say that. If Al sounds a little under the weather, it's because he's a little under the weather.
Yes, I have my sexy voice going on today.
That's not what anyone has ever called that.
So you emote kiss them, and sometimes you get some holly, maybe some preserved holly, which allows you to change what your mount looks like, which is going to be needed.
Is there a permanent mount? Is there a mount with this schedule? With this? Oh.
No.
Because we didn't get the last mount either.
It also gives you some mistletoe, which you need. You need mistletoe for the bros before ho-ho-hos.
Which we're assuming it's still called that.
Yes. Other things you'll need to get your cooking level up, I believe, to at least 285 if you want to do the Winter Veil Gourmet.
Everyone should have done that with Pilgrim's Veil, though.
Yes, but if you haven't, do that. With the 'Tis the Season, everybody gets a Groku fruitcake, but you have to wear
fruitcake.
But you have to wear 3 pieces of the holiday garb. One is the hat, which is a drop, which I believe comes out of dungeons, and there's a very slim chance it can be a world drop.
I do remember that.
You get a set of boots, which is leather working, and you get another piece, which would be tailoring. I forget what that is.
So this is a really involved one then.
Yeah, for sure.
So we need dungeon drops. We don't have a tailor in our group. So I'm sure these clothing pieces are sellable on the auction house,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Like even the hat.
No, the hat is BOP, I believe.
Really, I'm getting stressed now.
Well, these recipes to create these things.
Because I want what a long strange trip this has been, and if I drop the ball and don't finish Merrymaker, then that's going to be a really long strange trip.
And some of you can't even do to the 25th.
Really, and when does the holiday end?
After that.
Well, that's good. So is there something you have to do specifically on the 25th?
Open up the gifts under the tree.
Okay.
So let's see, we got a frosty shake. You turn into a snowman, you do a shake.
Oh, and there's a PvP one. Earn
Yes.
50 honorable kills as a little helper.
Yep.
So how do you get that buff? Is
So-
that a buff that goes away when you die?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, you can do things with it. You can mount, you can pass things back and forth between friends, but it does not persist through death.
So you have to get
50
So
honorable
you have to
kills.
you probably have to be standing beside. Is that the little machine that's by the blimps?
Yep, it's in all the major cities.
So you
including
probably have to
Dalaran.
stand beside that, queue for battlegrounds with the buff up, and try and get a few honorable kills before you die, and just repeat until you get 50. That's so much harder than the Nerd Rage.
Yeah, I don't think standing beside it would help because you don't come back right outside the machine.
You come back right where you queued for a battleground.
And if you die in the battleground, you're coming back out in the battleground.
Oh, I know that, but I mean when you finish the battleground, then you're beside the machine again, you get the buff again, and then you queue for another battleground.
Are you? I thought you were either back in Alterac Valley, which is where we usually do our AV stuff because I haven't been to the others, or in a major city. I didn't know you were back.
No, if you just hit H and bring up the battleground tab, if you queue from that tab, it'll just put you wherever you were when you popped into the battleground.
Excellent. I
So,
think
like-
I actually remember that now.
So, like, say if you're standing in Orgrimmar and you queue for a battleground through that tab, and then you get on a flight path and you fly down to some other zone, let's say Teneris or something, and then the battleground pops. And when the battleground's done, you go back to Teneris or wherever you were at the moment you warped into that battleground. So that's very cool. However, if you go to a major city and you talk to one of the physical NPCs that queue you for battlegrounds, and then you go somewhere, you pop back to that NPC. It still works the old way when you talk to the NPCs.
Right. So starting at the top, there's on Metzin. There will be a little place where you have to rescue Metzin. It'll either be with the pirates down in Gadgetzan being a city down in Teneris, or up in Alterac Mountains, I believe. No, forget that Alterac Mountains. It's somewhere else. You'll have to watch the video because I'll do a little more research.
Yeah, there you go. Don't give everything away. Make people watch your video.
Scrooge, for the Horde, we have to throw a snowball at Karen.
We have to throw snowball at who?
No, Bane.
Bane
Bane's still alive. Bane Bloodhoof.
Where is he?
He is in Thunder Bluff.
Oh, so we got to go all the way over to Thunder Bluff?
Yes, I know it's rough, eh?
It's
The
rough
Alliance
on the
have to
bluff.
throw it at somebody different. 'Tis the season. I mentioned that already. Let it snow. We're going to be throwing snow petals at different things. Luckily,
Oh, we have to have those specific.
Yeah. Luckily-
See, Sam, you're going to like this. We have to find specific race and class combinations.
but none of them are us.
Oh, you're right.
None of them are us. We won't be
So
the
we
target.
can't throw them at ourselves.
So unlike
So are you excited about that? Having to track down more specific things again?
No, is there a dwarf?
There is a dwarf.
Yeah,
Dwarf
there's-
paladin. Okay.
At least
now,
it wasn't a dwarf rogue.
dwarf paladin. That's a popular class to be or a popular race to be a paladin at least.
yeah,
Undead rogues are really popular too.
Yeah, there's undead rogues everywhere. Gnome mages. I feel like most mages are gnomes.
Yeah, it's not like the turkey one where you have to shoot just different rogues, but every race.
Tauren shaman. There's all
Being
kinds
a
of Tauren
rogue, I
shamans.
spent more
Definitely.
time being a turkey during Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving, than I did any other time in my life. The Wintervale Gourmet, again, get your cooking up. There's eggnog and other things to cook. That being said, eggs are a hot commodity. They go up in price a lot around the Christmas time. Back in the old days, the best place to farm eggs were in Darkshore. You kill the moonkin out there and they drop eggs. They had
okay.
the better drop rate. That drop rate it's a decent drop rate. I think the only way that drop rate would get any worse is if it turned into a quest where Josh had to go and loot the eggs.
Yeah.
Now with Wrath of the Lich King coming out, we have
Wrath of the Lich King has already come out. It's been out for a couple months now.
yes. I'm speaking past tense. With it coming out, the Silver Moon. What is it in? What's the city where Silver Moon is? What's
Silver Moon is the city.
No, what's the continent where Silver Moon is? Because
Eastern Kingdoms? Blood
Okay.
Mist Isle?
down outside of Silver Moon City.
Is that Blood Mist Isle?
No, Blood Mist Isle's Draenei. Down outside of Silver Moon City, just to the south of it, there's a bunch of Dragonhawks there.
You know those came out with TBC, not Wrath, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Regardless. Anyway, it turns out they have a better drop rate. So
Nice.
with the Moonkin, you get an occasional drop of an egg. With the Dragonhawks, you get an egg, at least one egg, sometimes two,
Every time?
every time.
You took my saying.
Well, I'm motioning for you to...
You already said it.
So I did
You say it, Sam.
I did a 10-minute test.
Do the thing, Sam. Do the thing.
Every time.
There you go.
There we go.
So I did a 10-minute test, and my computer started freezing up till I realized that I was actually running out of disk space, so that might be why. But my computer was freezing up every time I set the timer on, so I added one more minute to my test outside of where I was killing the Moonkins.
The Blood Elf area.
Night.
The Blood Knight area?
The Night Elf areas.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Blood Elf area.
No, the Moonkins are at the Night Elf area. So in 10 minutes, I got 30 eggs. It was actually about 11 minutes. I added a minute because of that stall. And then I realized that stall didn't actually push my timer up, so it was still 11 minutes. In 10 minutes, in front of Silver Moon, I got 60 eggs. 59.
So how high do you think the price for these eggs is going to go on the auction house?
I don't know. All depends on how frugal people are going to be. I have seen them go up to like a golden egg.
So for
A
me
golden
personally, you said you got how many eggs in half an hour?
I didn't even do half an hour.
10 minutes?
I went to like the low drop and the high drop, and I had 90 eggs in 20 minutes.
In 20 minutes. Okay. I was just thinking that I could just buy the eggs because that still sounds like a lot of work to me. But I guess if you're trying to be cost efficient, then you can go farm your own eggs.
Yeah, no one has as much money as you do.
Plenty of people have way more money than I do.
But just letting people know where to farm it if they want to farm it. So with a little help from my friend, little helper from my friends, that's already been
That's
explained.
the honorable kills one. You talked about fa la 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 la.
Yeah.
Complete the quest to retrieve Smoky Wood Pasture's
So-
stolen treats.
Simply Abominable. That's the one that's in the Alterac Mountain area.
Yes.
So
Oh, I
I
do
do-
remember doing that one.
We have to go and kill the Grinch. He's a mean one, Mr. Grinch. So we kill him. While you're there, by the way, they have little snow piles. If you're in any snowy area, so I don't know what Northrend's going to do, but if you see a snow pile, pick it up. That's where you get your snowballs. They don't melt. You can store them in your bank for a year. But that's
Just a year? Do they go away after a year?
No.
I got a snowball the other day. It came in, like I did a quest, and it was a quest where I got a little bag, like a loot bag from, I don't remember which quest it was, and it had snowballs in it.
Interesting. I wonder if they're prepping you for the event.
I don't know, but I have snowballs now.
But this is what you would throw at Bane Bloodhoof.
So, little aside with the snowballs, a fun pastime that that I engaged in when I was Alliance was in Alterac Valley. When the Alliance are coming out of their tunnel, you pass by this narrow like area that's over a cliff basically. If you have snowballs and you get off your mount and you start pinging off your teammates with snowballs, you can actually knock them over the cliff, and it's really funny.
In Alterac Valley?
In Alterac Valley, yeah.
There's a tunnel?
Yeah, when you come out of the spawn tunnel, the battleground.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So if you...
when you were Alliance.
When I was Alliance, yeah.
okay.
So like 2 years ago, I guess,
Okay.
when we were playing Alliance and Classic and this holiday was out, yeah, you can throw snowballs at your teammates and knock them off cliffs. You could probably do that in like Arathi Basin as well. You could probably knock people off of the lumber mill cliff. There's all kinds of fun things you can do with snowballs.
So you know what? Stock up on snowballs.
Oh, it's a shame. It's a shame we're not in Chatra anymore because we could knock people off the lift, the big high lifts.
People still use it. So,
Rarely.
okay, so here's the thing.
Thunder Bluff, we could knock people off Thunder Bluff with the snowballs.
Oh, and we're not lying.
We just go.
Because lying is a bluff.
Oh, yeah, that was good. So we just go around griefing people with snowballs.
All right, so here's the thing. With a little helper from my friends, become a gnome, take your snowballs that you gathered when you were killing the Greench, and then just start throwing snowballs in the battlegrounds. And you get the honorable kills off of other people. I think that would be the best.
It's a good combo.
And-
It's a solid combo. And you could probably get some of the Let It Snow as well, because you might hit some of these class race combinations.
Yeah, but you have to do that with snowflakes.
Snowflakes, really? Oh, that's a different thing?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not the snowballs. Okay.
Handful of snowflakes, which I think might also come from that kiss emote, but I'm not entirely sure.
This is all very complicated.
Yeah. And then the final one, he knows if you're naughty or nice, just open something up on the 25th. That's for the Merrymaker. There are still other things you can do to get more winter achievements.
So it has to be on the 25th?
Or after.
Oh, okay, or after. I was going to say, what if people choose not to play on the actual Christmas day?
Who are these people?
I don't know. Casuals? Mere casuals?
Oh, okay. No, well...
I'm probably going to be playing on Christmas
yeah,
Day.
me too. Well, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see.
Sam, what are you going to be doing on Christmas Day?
Opening presents.
In
Oh,
order,
was I supposed to get you a present? Or you mean in game? Oh, phew. I thought I was on the hook for getting you a gift.
Oh, yours already came in the mail.
In the Amazon?
Yes.
That's not technically.
Oh, is that who that guy is? How'd you get a gift in him?
What?
In the mail?
Oh.
Oh, boy. That's a stretch.
Yeah,
Because it's a big gift.
It had to. Thank you for participating in that one.
Yeah. So is that, are you done with the Merrymaker?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I feel like there's one more thing that I have to add to the news segment. And I have here, Sam was right about something last week that we were wrong about.
That never happens. What was I right about?
So last week, maybe it was a couple weeks ago, I don't remember, but we were talking about the Oracle's dailies, and I was saying, you know how I can never figure out how to charge the crystal and turn into like a weird thing and kill it, so I just go kill it anyways?
Yes.
And she was like, well, I got the daily, and I had to charge the orb, and it wouldn't let me finish the quest without charging the orb. And I was like, no, you never have to charge the orb, you can just go kill the things. And then I went and I did my daily like 2 days ago, and the quest required me to go charge the orb. I didn't have to do it before I killed the things. I could have done it after, but it required me to, at some point, go to the broken pillar and charge the orb. So that's probably the quest Sam was talking about. So Sam was right.
That
Would you
orb?
like to make a speech about this, Sam?
No, it's okay.
Would you like to say? You should say a few words. How's it feel?
My fellow Wowarians.
No, it feels good because I'm never right when it comes to the game.
Oh,
But
stop
you were
beating
right.
yourself up.
You were right here.
Well, it's the game. I never know what I'm doing.
That orb.
You're so quiet. I have to go manually turn you up at some points.
Sorry.
That sounds like. Never mind.
Up, not on.
Well, you were kind of low. They might have heard you say manually tune her up. Going, okay, that can't go across the airwaves.
No, but so
Yeah.
congratulations, Sam, on being right.
That orb is fun.
The orb,
Yes.
like for that specific one.
Yes. You put that buff on, and you walk in, and when you're killing them, I think you're getting health back as well. So you're annihilating the crap out of them.
You know
so
what you're
clearly
describing.
I'm still doing that wrong because I still almost die every time, even if I charge the crystal first.
Well, I
So
mean,
what am I doing wrong if it gives you health back and I'm still almost dying?
Did you use the crystal when you charged it?
I don't know. Does that not automatically happen?
No.
after I
No, you
charge
got to
it?
actually click the charged crystal.
You got to use the crystal, and it buffs.
Well,
the
that is
hell
my
out of you.
problem.
And then
So
I also
now you know, though.
I like the other one where you have to kill at least one and get the tainted crystal, bring it back, and you turn into Suluhu.
Yeah, I
haven't
never
had that
bothered
one.
doing that. You've probably had it, but you just haven't actually done it.
He's
so
good, too.
I just want to say something about what you just said. You said you basically you take this crystal and you charge in and you just annihilate everything and get health back while you're doing it. You know what you're describing?
A paladin.
A paladin.
Well, I knew you were
Under
going to
normal
bring
circumstances.
that up. I knew you were going to bring that up, and I was going to say you wouldn't find it as exciting. But so you know the Frenzy Heart
I'm
are
familiar
all
with
sitting on this rock.
They're sitting on and around some rocks, yes.
Well, you know that one big rock that has about 20 to 22 of them,
Sure.
maybe more.
Is there a rock with 20 to 22 of them?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I've noticed that.
I just dropped down in the middle,
And you just kill them?
and I just killed them
With your
Slashing?
weapons?
I am slash rogue, and I'm throwing
See,
it.
that's the problem. Al's a slash rogue. I'm a slash paladin because I have a giant axe. Wait, do I have an axe? No, I have a sword. No, yeah, I have a sword when I'm Protspec.
Yeah,
and you are a shoot hunter,
Yes.
not a slash hunter. So you have to be...
I do have a pole arm. I could slash.
You could, but I mean, you shouldn't. I feel like as a hunter, I don't know, I haven't played a hunter. You probably need to be farther away from stuff. You probably have to think and plan more to kill a bunch of stuff at once. Involve your pet, use some traps. It's all very complicated. You should have played a warrior.
Yeah, I wonder if that would affect you with a ranged weapon. If you just sent your weapon, your pet in, and you had the orb on you, I think you'd still get the effect.
Probably.
Well, I would use my area of effect.
Yeah, because it amps up your damage as well, I believe.
Yes. She has been clicking an orb. She calls me to come help her.
What?
It's like you instead of clicking your orb, you just ask me to come help you with it.
I've asked you once.
Yeah. And I came and helped you with it. We had fun killing the Frenzy Heart together.
Yeah.
I like the Suluhu one.
I don't know if you're saying that right, but I also don't know if you're saying it wrong. So
You turn into a giant cat and you can swipe a whole bunch of them.
I've seen people doing that.
You can
Right.
charge, and then you press 3 and you can pounce. So it's cool. So I'm just sitting there, and you don't control it. You press 3 to pounce, and you're killing this guy, and all of a sudden he goes "Phew," over here. So there's still people to kill over there, but he's jumping into the crowd over here.
See, what I like to do is when I see people doing that, I just go and I pull a bunch and I start fighting them without the cat. And then I'll just, I'll be like, oh, cool, you need the buff to do this.
Wow, flex.
Yeah, I try to. Well, it's because I feel like are we done our news section? We're done our news section now, right? We're just into...
And that was the news.
It was the news plus some stuff that wasn't the news because I feel like we just kind of...
Did you like my special effects?
Did you have special effects? Oh, were you talking about our news intro that we put?
No, my pew pew.
When was that?
Well, you'll have to listen back, obviously.
Just now?
Throughout this podcast.
You've been making special effects?
Yes.
Has he?
I haven't picked up on it. Maybe
Really?
we're just so used to it that we don't even process
Did
it
you take
anymore.
a bunch of cold medication?
Not yet.
Are you just hallucinating the fact that... Are you just... Because you've just been sitting here silently for about half an hour.
Yeah, sure. All those little lines say that I've been silent.
Yeah, that's been us talking about how weird it is that you're just sitting here at the table staring off at my Star Trek wall.
It reminds me, by the way, you absolutely have to watch one of those shorts that I posted because it's funny.
I occasionally watch the YouTube links. that you
No, of the 5 I sent this morning, one was really cool.
post. Only one was cool.
No, they're all cool, but you won't watch them.
Oh, I might. I watch things. I get busy.
Yeah.
I have things to do.
So anyway,
I was going to transition to somewhere from that,
oh, okay.
and I can't remember where. But anyways, we're done our news. So do we want to go into the what have we been doing this week? I feel like we should start with Sam. What have you been doing in week? What have you been doing in game this week, Sam?
No one's wanted to play with me, so I've just been working on my achievements.
So we're full on. I don't know if Al always realizes that we're having competitions with him. So we're racing for achievement points now, and Sam wants to get in on the race. So
Well, I'm at the bottom. I will never catch
she
up to either
posted.
of you.
You might.
No.
You don't know that.
Well, not with that attitude, anyway.
Yeah, not with that attitude, Sam. So you posted some pictures of our achievement screens on our Facebook page, which is actually up and running now.
Yeah, so that's Mere Casuals on Facebook.
Oh, before we get into... I want you to talk about the achievements that you've been doing this week and what you've been doing, but I wanted to add one more thing onto the news that I forgot about. I wanted to say that we have our Discord up and running. If anyone listening wants to join our Discord and just chat with us or whatever, because sometimes we use Discord.
Are you going to read it out, or are you going to post it in a link?
To get to our Discord, all you have to do is go into Discord and you type HTTPS DISCORD.gg/capital A, small k, small w, capital E, capital K, small y, capital U, small a. That's HTT. No, I'm not going to read it again.
Yeah, don't read it again. Or
you could just go to like YouTube or Twitter or something and click the links that we have posted there.
yes.
Facebook.
Facebook.
Sorry, you kind of put me to sleep reading that there. Yes, go to the YouTube Mere Casuals.
Is that not how you share links over the internet? Just reading them out letter by letter?
Yes. If you go to the About Us or something on YouTube, it shows a bunch of links. I have our podcasts, and I have our Facebook, and I also have our Discord links on there. So you can just click from there.
Yes. So, back to Sam. Tell us what you've been doing this week, Sam. Because I keep seeing you online playing by yourself, and when I'm like, Sam, do you want to do something? You'd be like, I'm busy. And you keep
Don't
going.
sound like that.
You don't sound like you're sure? So you've been getting into stuff. You've been getting stuff done. So tell us what you've been doing.
I've just been exploring the Eastern Kingdoms? Eastern?
There is an Eastern Kingdom. Yes.
Eastern Kingdoms.
Western Kingdoms is called Kalimdor.
Oh, haven't gotten there yet.
They were a little more creative. They made a name.
Eastern Kingdoms is a name. So what else have you been doing?
I have collected more mounts. As you guys stated in the last episode, you have like 30. I now have 20.
I
So
think
you're
I'm
getting
almost
up
up
From
there.
my 6 to 20. And then I opened all the pets you sent me,
Nice.
which I hope they were for me because I opened them anyways.
Now, did you get the ones that you can purchase on our site? Because those are the ones.
I got Orgrimmar, Dalaran, Undercity so far that have been purchased.
Thunderbluff.
What?
haven't gone
Yeah,
to
we weren't
Thunderbluff
sure if
yet.
there were ones in Thunder.
Prairie Dogs.
Oh, okay. How many are there?
1, maybe 2.
Okay.
And where else can I purchase? Is that it?
No, go down to Booty Bay. I think might have something you can purchase in there. Check with May Francis in Dalaran. She might have a few for you to purchase.
We did the Dalaran
Already did
ones.
Dalaran.
Did you get the skull in Dalaran?
No. Is it in
Oh.
the same place?
No.
Can you tell me next time we're on where it is?
Or tell us right now.
Or that?
If you go down into the sewers.
Oh, I've never been into the sewers.
Did you do the cooking dailies?
No.
Alright.
Well, yeah, but it's always been the northern stew.
You never got the meatloaf?
No.
So there's still one you have to do.
I haven't seen the meatloaf one this week.
I've only done the stew one.
I've seen it like 3 times.
I
and
also
it
don't
every
do the
day.
dailies daily.
Yeah,
You don't
well,
have to. As long as you do the dailies sometimes.
Did you do the fishing daily?
No, because I gave up on it because I always got the terror fish and I can never get those.
Or just go fish for them?
I know, but then it takes forever. And
Yeah, it does. So, go down to the sewers, and you're going to take the first exit off to the right.
I don't even know how to get to the
Assuming
sewers.
you go down. Assuming
You
you're
can
going,
follow us, one of us down there sometimes.
Okay.
Assuming you're going to the sewers through the entrance by the Flight Master, you're going to take the first right. You're going to go down there. That's where I buy some.
Where are we?
In the sewers.
Dalaran.
Dalaran. Okay.
So, you take the first one off to the right. Don't fall in the water. They have a shark in there.
Cool. Can we kill it?
Probably.
Can I skin it?
Probably.
I might try.
There's a shark?
Yes. You found it interesting last week. You said I should talk about that.
Did I?
Yes.
Okay.
You just re-listened to the podcast and everything.
I know.
Yeah,
Multiple
anyways.
times.
One of them sells a ghostly skull.
And that's a pet?
Yep. Which is really just like a glowing skull that follows you around. It's kind of cool.
Oh, it's never occurred to me to actually use one of the pets.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, you can have them following you around, you can't you?
Can you have multiple out at once?
No,
No.
I don't think so.
You know, speaking of which, you know what else freaks me out? What happens
Clowns?
when you're no?
No, that's me.
What happens when you're in game and a rogue who stealth sneaks by you?
It goes like, "Mm."
I get that all the time, and it was freaking me out. And I'm looking
Is it
around.
your ghost pet?
It's no, it's I got the haunted memento. It's the haunted.
That's what I
memento.
meant. It's the haunted memento. Yeah, okay, I did know because my seller, my auction house mule has one of those sitting on it in case they ever gain value, and I constantly hear that when I log in that.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was coming from him until I realized there's nobody else around, and there's this ghost walking up the stairs. So this is in the wine and cheese shop. I run up the stairs, so I'm all the way over here, and this ghost. It's actually kind of ominous when you think about it. This ghost is coming up here.
So are you just constantly stopping and looking behind you?
Yes, in game too.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it's good that you're watching out when you're out in public. You never know what could happen. So have you been doing anything else this week, Sam?
Not really.
Just those. We did some.
Oh, we did mount runs without Al.
Oh yeah, we did some.
What?
Don't tell Al about that. No, you've been at work. Our schedules haven't meshed well, and ZG's on a 3-day cooldown. So if we're on a cooldown, we're like, we don't have time to play with Al. We go and do a mount run.
And then if it drops for us, the next time we do it,
You don't have
get
to
it.
explain. I don't get mad if you play the game how you want to play the game.
Yeah. No, we
were doing the attunement that I got bored of and I couldn't play anymore.
Oh, right, yeah. So we've decided that we are going to start doing Karazhan runs for the mount in there, too. And
Are
I
you
was like,
attuned for
okay,
that?
let's start doing the Karazhan attunement. So we started doing the Karazhan attunement, and we're a good portion of the way through. But then we got to the part where we need the third key fragment off of something in Arcatraz. So there's an entirely new attunement that you have to do to get into the Arcatraz. So we
Which is
started
long.
that.
Did you have to calculate something?
I don't remember. What would we have to calculate?
Well, no, just because in the Arcatraz there's a boss. It's called the Calculator.
Is it?
Pretty sure.
Maybe. I vaguely remember. Clearly I haven't done it because I haven't done the attunement yet. But I looked and I'm about 3/4 of the way through the attunement process just from doing all the quests in Netherstorm. But Sam hadn't even started it yet. So we kind of started and we're like, okay, you know what? We're going to save this for next week. So our plan is to do mount runs in Karazhan. But we have to finish the attunements first because this is Burning Crusade, and Burning Crusade made everything a massive ordeal. So these attunements are like, you know what they should do?
Alliance attunement into what's her face's den?
What?
The dragon.
Anixia?
Onyxia's den attunement.
Yeah, that was long too.
That was worse than
Did I do that one?
Yeah, because you did Anixia kills with us in Classic.
I don't remember.
So
Not
you would
on
have
this
had to.
tune.
No, on your other hunter, on your Alliance hunter. No, warrior, on your Alliance warrior. What was I going to say, though? Oh, right. You know what they should do? They should, when a new expansion comes out, like we go Burning Crusade to Wrath of the Lich King, they should make it so you don't need to do the attunements anymore. Because why are they making us do the Burning Crusade attunements when we just want to pop in and check out a zone? Like, really, we have to spend, like, all day doing an attunement quest line? Like, it should be considered trivial content. It should just let you in.
They do that eventually, where they eliminate the attunements for some things, if I recall correctly. But then, with that being said, by the time they release a third expansion, should they just automatically give us Exalted rep with all of the other cities?
No, that's different. If you had to do a 20 quest long attunement chain to start working on your Orgrimmar rep, then that would be a more equivalent comparison. This is a process to unlock a trivial zone, is what it is.
Well,
And it's not necessary.
They probably have just figured at this point the process would be trivial to us as well.
It is trivial, but it's incredibly time consuming.
Well, I'll try and catch up to you, and then I can go into the Arcatraz with you.
Into the Arcatraz or into the Karazhan?
Both.
Well, Arcatraz first, obviously.
Were we going to invite him? I didn't think we were going to invite Al.
I already invited him.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay, yeah, you can come with us.
I'm always invited.
You're always invited. Except for when you're at work.
You think he's gone? He's not gone. He's never gone.
I feel like I should know what you're talking about, but I don't.
What about Bob?
What about Bob?
What is Bob?
You guys got to watch that movie. What about Bob?
I've seen it. I don't remember it, but I've seen it.
That's an actual movie?
It's a movie.
Okay.
It's about Bob.
I was working in the theater, so I got to see it so many times.
Back in the 70s. So is that all you were doing? We did do some
I
heroics.
think so. I don't.
We did, was that just the two of us or was Al there? We did some heroics with some guildies the other day.
No, that was just us.
That was just
at
two
work.
of us. Because that was fun. Because we were just,
Well, I
we did
kinda
that
felt bad.
3-hunter, we did the 3-hunter Culling of Strathholm run.
Yeah.
That was fun. What'd you feel about it?
Well, because you got into a group, and then they were waiting for someone else, so the guy who was waiting to go with his brother.
Oh, well, okay.
Left.
So there's no reason to feel bad about that because they asked in Guild, they were like, does anyone want to do the Heroic Daily? And I was like, do you have room for me and Ro Laren? So they invited
Yeah, but
me to
this
the
was
group.
after you were already...
No, I said that in Guild before they invited me. That's why they
Oh.
invited me. I said, do you have room for me and Ro Laren? So that's implying in that statement that we would be a package deal, right? So they invited me, and there was still a space left, and I was like, can you invite Ro as well? Because she needs it as well, and since she's my wife and sitting beside me, I should probably not bail on her and do the daily without her, or she'll like hit me or something. You're very violent.
No, I'm not.
Don't every
tell
time
people.
every time I do a dungeon without me, you pick up a broom and just beat me with it. It's terrible.
Next time, use the handle side.
Yeah, I just feel clean after otherwise. I don't remember what I was saying now. Oh yeah, so I was in the group and there was a space open. I asked if I could add you, and the guy was like, "Oh, well, I was going to add my brother because it's the Jins, the two brothers, the DK and the Warrior." And I was like, "Oh, well, like I can just drop and start a new group, like because I want to do it with her." And he's like, "No, it's fine. I'll just drop and start a group with."
Yeah, but he's the one who started the original
He
group,
is,
so
but
that's
then
why
he
I felt
made me
bad.
he made me leader and left.
I know,
Which
but
I didn't ask him to do.
I know, but I still felt bad.
But then, I mean, of course, halfway through the dungeon, he was still
Looking.
asking in guild looking for more people, and we were doing it with his group basically.
Yeah.
But that was not our fault.
I know, but I still felt bad.
Because he asked, I said 2 of us were looking. He invited 1, and then he left. So we're fine.
Yeah, no.
Don't need to feel bad. I don't even remember. Oh yeah, that was no, that wasn't the WP. That was Halls of Stone.
Yeah, okay.
Which I tanked, of course, because I just tank everything now. I love tanking so much. So, what were you doing all week, Al? Because we barely saw you. We were working we were playing like opposite schedules all week.
Yeah. Well, after doing a lot of rep with the sharing is caring buff, Spirit of Sharing, I decided to finish that off, and I was doing lower quests. I became exalted with all 5 of the home factions, so I have the ambassador title.
Nice.
So that's cool. I've also been doing a few more Fellstriker runs. Frustrating.
You still haven't gotten it yet, eh?
No. And Bob. It's not Bob's fault.
Oh yeah, you started telling me this before we started recording, and I was like, save it for when we're recording.
So I roamed around a bit.
I hope this is an interesting story.
Well, what it is. Okay, so... Oh, I'm sick, and I keep forgetting the names. What's the guy's name? Rend.
Rend Blackhand?
Yeah, so Rend disappears. Remember how he's down there talking to somebody for so long? He's not down there talking to somebody. He goes down, there's 2 guards. And he looks, and there's a big swirly thing in front of him. And he goes to walk in, he bumps off of it, and he looks over at the guards and he goes, are either of you free to group with me and turn this into a raid? And he's like, well, I don't know, man. I'm going to go questing, and I'll screw up my raid. So then he looks at the other one and says, okay, I'll do it. So they grouped together and joined a raid.
Oh, okay.
Because there's a raid there. And he walked in, and it was just a really long loading screen.
Okay, that kind of makes sense.
And then, as soon as he popped, you can see he was like, that took so long. And he's running to his dragon.
Well, because he's behind at that point.
He's behind it, but he had a really long freaking...
Well, raid was set to start at a certain time, and that loading put the whole raid behind.
That loading screen, I swear, it must have popped over to a Skyrim loading screen for some reason.
Did Skyrim have loading screens?
They were ages old. Ages long. They are ages old now, but ages long.
You know what would be cool? If we turn Mere Casuals into, doing Mere Casual, podcasts about other games as well. Because you can play any game casually.
Well, I already have that in my head. I have some Valheim videos that I can post, not very many. We can do some Valheim, we can do some Skyrim.
Because Skyrim's an old game.
Monopoly?
No, nobody likes Monopoly.
But yeah, that's what it is. That's where... That must be... Which one's the raid? Is it lower? There's a raid entrance right there anyway.
Is it Blackwing Lair?
No.
I don't know where they... Because it's up there. I don't know. I don't even know where... I don't know.
Because it's inside the instance I can grab that.
Yeah, they had raid zones inside the instances back then. You can zone into Molten Core from Blackrock Depths, and I think you can zone into Blackwing Lair from Blackrock Spire.
Okay, so I mean...
I think that might be what that is. I might be wrong. People might be laughing at me while listening right now. But I think so. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, when we went to Blackwing Lair, we always went to the right and went down that hall, and then we translocated.
Yes.
Okay, that might be.
I don't know.
But
we'd have to
way,
check that out. We'll figure that out later.
He had to group up with one of those guards there. He had to form a raid, and he had a super long loading screen.
Yeah.
So can you just let Bob know...
And you're the raid boss
that I am sorry.
For blaming him?
Yes, trust me, I'm the raid boss, and he wipes every time.
That must be frustrating. Maybe that's why he has a hard time finding a group, because he's always wiping on you.
Yeah.
But you'll get your Fellstriker someday. So what, have you been up to anything else?
I'm almost at the age where people will be wiping on me.
Oh, that's terrible.
I I've been working a little bit on the oracles. I've...
Just your normal.
Oh, I hatched my first egg.
Oh yeah, the eggs. Have you hatched an egg yet?
Yes.
You just get it. What'd you get?
Yolk.
Oh.
Oh, so that's like nothing?
It's food, I guess. I got 500 health.
Oh, is that what you linked me the other day?
Yeah.
See, I had no idea. Sometimes you'll send me stuff, and I'll be like, I don't know what he's talking about, so I'm just going to ignore it.
What did you get?
What did I get?
I got which one I got.
A pet.
I got a pet, but I don't remember which one.
Hate you two.
Yeah, we both got pets.
I got yolk.
How's your chicken?
Which chicken?
Your mechanical chicken? Did you eat?
We get all the things. We get all the things, and Al gets nothing.
I got another egg.
I got another
egg too. I got like 3 days left on my next. We'll all get everything eventually. We're going to be.
I'm going to
so we're doing
myself on you.
Our playtime is revolving around achievements now, so it's all about the achievements.
Yeah.
That's actually no, that's not this episode. This episode, I have another title in mind for this episode. Our last episode is old school achievements because we talked about achievements, and we're talking about achievements again.
Oh,
we're high achievers.
Mounts.
Overachievers. Mounts. What mounts?
Mounts. 200 shards. You can get a mount in Winter Grasp.
Oh yeah, the mammoth.
200 shards.
The Stonekeeper shards that you get like 4 of for each heroic boss kill. You have lots.
Oh, where in Wintergrass?
Off the quartermaster.
So
I'll
I'd
show
be
you.
able to get it today.
Yeah,
Little
probably.
cool mount.
It's a mammoth. It's a big mount.
When you run into a building, you don't actually run into a building because you literally run into a building.
Oh, okay.
I have that happen with my Raptor even.
Yeah, my Raptor,
Most
I
of the
get
mounts
stuck
don't
on
fit
doors.
through doors. Every time we go to Undercity, I keep getting stuck going into the elevator and I panic and I have to get off before the elevator leaves.
Yeah, that's on the Raptor. Definitely, I've seen that one happen on the Raptor.
It's super
It's
annoying.
better than running for the elevator, and you make it just in time. Door closes behind you to realize, wait, the platform went down before the door closed.
I've had that happen.
There's actually a guild for a while, the Undercity Elevator Deaths. So apparently it's a big thing.
It's a long name for a guild. So anything else? You been up to anything else? Because I've got a list of stuff I've been up to.
Just achievement hunting. I tried to get a few pets out of the instances. I haven't been able to find them yet. There's a
Wait,
few
what
things.
instances get pets?
Dead mines.
Yeah, you can do dead mines.
Black Rock Spire.
Where's that one? Westfall?
Westfall, yes.
One of the Black Rock Spire gives you a couple pets as well.
Oh, right, yeah, the dog one. Oh, and there's a pet you can do. A quest you can do. The Mother's Milk one or something,
Yes.
right?
So there's the Mother's Milk, which gives you a spider,
We should do that.
and there's the dog. Yes, we should.
it's a
Stop
quest.
myself just her when you say
Oh, I
that.
assumed you had already done it the way you were talking.
No, I can't find my way into lower. I always get into that
Upper?
one place where I'm fighting. What's his face? Yeah,
Upper?
I'll figure it out.
Upper. Do you still need to do the key to get into Upper? Like the unadorned seal thing?
No, that's the one that opens
you
when
can-
you clear
you can-
those 7 things.
No, but to
you
actually get into the room with the 7 things, there's a locked door that you need to get a key for. Are you just picking that door, or did you get the key?
I'm not encountering a door.
Is there not a door there? Because when you go into Black Rock Spire...
So when you snuff out those 7 runes,
Yes, I'm talking about before that. There
Oh, no,
should be a
there-
locked door to get into Upper Black Rock Spire, and then that's the start of Upper Black Rock Spire.
okay, you know what? Now you're saying it, I remember it. So when we first enter, and we go up that first flight of stairs. Immediately to your left is a door.
Yeah.
It's not there.
Oh, is the door gone?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
See, I was thinking it was the next door up.
Because
after
that
the
used to
7
be a
runes.
quest. You used to have to do Lower Black Rock,
You do
and
not
each
need
boss has a chance, not a guarantee,
Yes.
has a chance to drop a gem, and you need a gem from each boss to do this,
I remember
this seal,
people
and then
going
you
for
get
that.
through. So I was just thinking, yeah, I want to farm, I want to go do Upper Black Rock Spire just for the achievement, and then I just thought to myself, oh crap, do I have to go get the key for that too? But if they remove the key, see, that's what I want them to do for Burning Crusade.
I think I got the achievement the other. When I fought the dude at the end of that, he didn't run away.
The big dragon at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't. Do
Didn't
you know?
he-
Do you know why he used to run away?
No.
Because we'd have a hunter kite him away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like that, he would run away after the hunter.
He was just chasing the hunter.
Yeah, so we didn't have to kill all 3 at the same time.
The things I didn't know. Well, I did know, actually. I just forgot.
You probably knew way back, but okay. So are you done what you were doing for the week?
I think so. There's a few other things, but they're insignificant.
Oh, you can talk about them if you want.
Well, no, they're insignificant enough that I forgot. Well, I bought a hard drive, 4 terabytes, to get some of those videos off my computer so that my hard drive is not redlining.
Oh, that's good.
Making room. I'm transferring all my videos over, so when you want one, I can pull it off my hard drive and put it up in the Google Drive.
Fancy.
Fancy smancy. I think I'm recording at a pretty high definition as well, because they're large video files.
Yeah, they must be.
I posted like nuts on YouTube. I got maybe another 3 or 4 things you can link, which is Gundrak, Calling a Strathome, Violet Hold, maybe 3 things. There might be more. I'm going to go through all my fell strikers. I'll get you that one clip you want, because I've recorded it a number of times on a different run.
All right.
So I'll
Just
pick-
send me a few and I'll pick one.
But I'm gonna like break up my clips to just the Fell Striker fights and hopefully get to Fell Striker one time. And I'll do an amalgamation of clips there. I'm enjoying using the photo app. Oh, well, that's another thing. Putting our podcast together with some video, which something screwed up on episode 2. Somehow I lost about 10 or 15 seconds in and just threw all the timing off.
Oh, weird.
But I'm enjoying putting that together with clips, so I'd like us to have more clips as well. Just regular playing, but again, we haven't played together in a while. But
Yeah, we got to record some dungeon runs or some of our old school runs and stuff.
yeah, I wouldn't mind getting some up-close action shots of everybody just to make clips. And if you can put our theme song up there, I'll try and make a video to intro with the theme song. Try and get something to go along with the theme song.
Sounds good. All right. So I'm going to talk about my stuff. So I haven't said anything about this stuff to you guys yet but it was fun. So last Thursday, a group of us from the guild went to Naxx, did Naxx 10, and decided to try and do an Undying run for the Undying achievement. So that's where you go in with your 10 people, and if nobody dies on any of the bosses, then you get a fancy title, and it goes towards your achievement to get the good Drake, the proto Drake thing. So we went and we did this Undying run, and I was tanking, so I was in tank spec for most of it. I was the off tank, but I was able to switch to DPS for a couple fights. But it was fun. Like, I loved tanking in Naxx. I love tanking. Like, I just prot warrior. Prot paladin is awesome. But so we're doing the Undying, and we started with, what did we start with? I think we started with the wing with patchwork. What's that wing? The construct wing, because patchwork can accidentally kill people sometimes. So I was tanking patchwork, and it went so smooth. Like, we're all geared enough, I guess, that it just wasn't a problem. We blew past patchwork. We did the rest of that wing easily. Did the war quarter with the mind control. Did the 4 horsemen. It was all good. So we were just rolling. I think the closest we got to a death was one of the bosses. Oh, what's it called? It was Mexina, the spider that webs people. The closest we got to a death doing the 4 wings was, I think we were just getting complacent because we did Arachnid Quarter last, and you'd put your heal over times on the tank and just make sure the tank's topped up when everybody gets webbed for like 5 seconds or whatever, and just nobody topped up the tank, so the tank started that phase at like 30% health and almost died. It was so close, but didn't, so we were good.
Nice.
So we got through that. We got to Saffron, the big ice dragon. And we also got a few achievements on the run, like on Thaddeus, the one where you have the polarity shift and you have to switch side to side. So there's one boss where, so he sends out this buff where you get either a minus or a plus, and you have to be on the right side, because if you're on the side with people of the other polarity, you do a bunch of damage to each other and you can kill each other from doing it. And there's an achievement that nobody in the raid crosses polarities and takes damage. So we got that achievement doing that boss because we were all being super careful because no one wanted to die and ruin our Undying run. And then we got to Saffron, and we did it fairly easily. We had a couple, like, they ice block. She ice blocks. I think it's a she. Maybe it's a he. I don't know what the dragon is. The dragon ice blocks, and you take a bunch of damage from the ice block, and then you can, like, when the ice block breaks, you take some more damage, so you gotta, like, spam your health stone so you don't die when the ice block breaks. So we had a couple, I don't know, semi-close calls on the ice blocks, but they weren't even that close. The closest we came on that boss was when you're all hiding, you have to hide behind the ice block so you don't take the massive blast of frost.
Yeah.
But the dragon's also putting out the ice rain. So if the ice rain's coming towards a group and you're hiding behind the frost, the ice block, you can't move or else you get killed by the blast. So you just got to kind of hope the ice rain doesn't hit you and kill you. But we got through that, and that was fine. And then when we beat Saffron, an achievement popped up. Our paladins, I'm not going to name any names, but there was 2 of us, both forgot to put up our frost resist aura. So we got the achievement for doing it without frost resist. Quite accidentally, because we were trying to do Undying and no one had died yet at this point. So we would not have intentionally done it without frost resist if we had realized, I don't think. But hey, we got free achievement out of that.
Did that turn into a talking point over the raid microphones?
Well, no, because at that point we're all happy because we're doing so good, and we're like, we got an extra achievement. That's funny. And I was tanking, so I think I was technically supposed to have devotion aura up, So I guess maybe it was the other paladin's responsibility.
So you're not taking blame for it, you're blaming someone else?
But the other paladin was the one that had devotion aura up, and I had red aura up, so I probably should have been the one to do it. So I would like to take credit for getting my entire raid that achievement by not putting up frost aura. So that I'll just take that one. So we get to KT, the final boss, right? So have you done KT? I know you haven't. Or have you? No, you have done it.
I don't know which one we're even talking about.
Naxx, you have done it because you joined us near the end of one of the Naxx runs. It's the one where we're standing in the circle and the hunters have to shoot the skeletons.
Oh,
You
yeah,
did do that.
yeah, I've done that one.
And do you remember when we were doing that one how I said, okay, during phase 1, banish your pet. Get rid of your pet.
Yeah, I got rid of my
because you
pet.
don't want someone to go aggro an entire cubby of ads.
Yes, I got rid of my pet, but someone's pet did it. I remember that.
Yeah, so that can happen, and
So what
normally
happened?
you have a little trickle of mobs coming out of each one, and you gotta kill them. And it's like a 3-minute long phase where you're just shooting ads and killing ads, and melee kills the abominations, and casters kill the wraiths, and hunters pick off the
actually really
skeletons.
boring.
It is really boring, unless
Oh.
someone aggroes a couple cubbies, and then it gets unboring real quick. So we're rolling along, right? And there's no reason, if you're going to die on KT, it shouldn't be during phase 1. It should be because you've gotten unlucky with an ice block, because there's random ice blocks that go out. If your healers get ice blocked, for example, that sucks. Might die. If, like, say, one of your big DPS gets mind controlled and you accidentally kill them, that's a good way to get a death. These are all legitimate ways where you could have an accidental death during KT. But we just happened to have... And this... Okay, so there's a druid in our guild who is a really great druid. And he's a really nice guy. And he does a lot of damage. Like, it's great having this druid in our raid. And but druids have... They have, like... I don't know how it works, but they have a talent... I think that affects their Starfall ability that can like chain it to different mobs. And I guess at some point, and I'm probably butchering how it works, but basically like you can shoot your Starfall down a hallway and it'll just aggro the whole hallway because it chains from mob to mob, I guess.
Nice.
And he accidentally pulled a whole cubby of abominations with his Starfall. So as soon as that happened, everyone was like, oh no! So we didn't panic though. I think we handled it quite well. The only problem was
Well, I guess it's
all
a good
of the
thing I wasn't
aggro.
there. I would have panicked. And then died.
Maybe. Well, no, you wouldn't have been the one that died. See, he's the spoilers. He died.
Oh.
So he had aggro on everything in the cubby, right? So that's a problem because nobody else really got that close to dying, but he got hit by like so much stuff at once, and he's just a druid in boomkin form, so he doesn't have that much armor and health. So he died.
So did you lose your...
So we didn't get the Undying achievement. Oh, but hey, maybe we did. Hold on. So there is apparently a bug you can take advantage of. So if you can ghoul res as a DK a dead player during the KT fight, and they are still alive as a ghoul when the kill happens, then you can still get the achievement. So we were trying to time it. So we had KT down to about 5% with still just this one death. So we were like, okay, so let's hold off aggro. We had 2 DKs in the raid, so our DPS DK kind of pulled off and went to, I think this is how it happened anyways, and so we were stopping DPS. He was going to find this person, turn them into ghoul, and in the process of pulling off the boss and finding him and ghoul resing him, he got killed by like a void zone or something, and so now we were down to just 1 DK and 2 people dead, so we just finished the boss off.
Nice.
And we didn't get the Undying achievement, but we were so close.
That's disheartening on the last
It was,
Yeah.
and the guy felt so bad, and he was just like, I'm so sorry, like, it's all my fault, I'm so sorry, guys, and we're like, it's okay, like, the same group of us is gonna go this week on Thursday and try again, so maybe we'll get it this time. Like, 90% of the instance, it wasn't that hard. Like, we were rolling through it because we're all well geared from Naxx 25 and like the other 25-man stuff.
I guess I should start going to Naxx so I can get better gear.
See, this is not the Naxx
and
that
because
I know.
it's fun. See, but it's No, you're used to classic Naxx, but it was a lot of fun attempting it, and I think we'll get it this week. Like I was thinking, oh man, there's no way I'm going to get the titles like Undying and Immortal and stuff, but it was so fun trying, and we
Not
got
the
so
Immortal
close.
one.
That's 25 man with no Undying, and that's even harder because there's some boss mechanics in 25 that are really like random. But that's a story from when we attempt that. But so I did that this week, and then we also, during our Friday night raid, we hadn't killed Sapphiron in Obsidian Sanctum with 3 drakes up yet.
You said it.
I did say it. I'm getting better. I've been practicing in front of a mirror. So we decided to do Sapphiron with 3 drakes up, and I was one of the tanks for that too. So do you know how that fight works?
Nope.
I do.
And you've done the fight a few times.
But not with 3 drakes.
Not with 3 drakes. Although we did try it once with 3 drakes, and we were like, no, this isn't going to work.
I don't
we
think
didn't
I
have
was
the
there for
DPS
that.
it. No, you were, because then we just were like, no, we're not trying this again because we failed so badly. So what you do is there's a bunch of ads around in like a crescent around the dragon in the middle.
Yeah.
So you go around and you kill all the ads, and you leave these 3 boss drakes up. So the difficulty on the boss depends on how many drakes you leave up. If you kill all 3 drakes, then you just go and you DPS the boss, and it's the easiest thing in the world. Like you could kill it by accident. It's almost impossible to fail. You leave 1 drake up, then you start killing the boss, then you have to peel off, kill the drake, and then go back to the boss. And it's very easy still to do 3, or to do with 1 drake up. With 2 drakes up, you do the 1 drake, and then there's a little break, and then there's the 3rd drake, because you always kill the middle one. So that makes it a bit harder, but as long as you've got the DPS, that's still really easy. But with 3 drakes up, what happens is you get 1, and then there's overlap. The next one comes down, and he's there. And the 2nd drake buffs the boss, so the boss does like 100% extra fire damage. So I tanked the boss once like that, and I was taking like 27,000 damage from his fire breath, like every couple seconds, along with his melee and other damages and stuff. Like it's a lot, and the boss also becomes immune to physical damage, well, all damage, I think. Mm-hmm. So, and you got 2 drakes down at a time. So you've got to kill these 2 drakes, and then you still have the 3rd drake to worry about. And you've got void zones popping up, and you've got meteors flying from the sky, and you've got flame waves that you've got to move your whole raid. That's the void zones that come up from the ground.
Oh.
You've got are you talking about the big flame waves?
Yeah.
Yeah, the big flame waves that you have to dodge the whole raid with, and it's a very chaotic thing. So we had a tank on the dragon, we had a tank doing the drakes, and then I had to run around. Oh yeah, and this whole time there's constantly elementals and whelps spawning. So it was my job to run around and collect all the ads and tank all the ads, which, man, that's stressful and exhausting. But on, I think, our 3rd or 4th attempt, we did it. So we all got our... Oh, and if you do it with 3 drakes up, a special mount drops.
Who got the mount?
Goza, the mage.
Okay.
He's a mage in our guild. So he won the mount. But yeah, we all got the Twilight Vanquisher title, which is cool. So we were able to do that. That raid was fun because it was actually kind of hard. Like we had to think it through and come up with some strategies, and it was tough. So that's basically my week. I also did a bunch of achievements and stuff. Not enchantments. I did do some enchantments. Oh, jewel crafting. I'm a jewel crafter now.
Yes.
So I dropped Inscription, and I was iffy about dropping Inscription because Inscription comes with these nice shoulder enchants, but so I was like, I don't want to lose these shoulder enchants because you get like a bunch of attack power and crit for your DPS set, a bunch of dodge and defense for your tank set, and I was like, I don't really want to lose these shoulder enchants, but that's the only perk you get from Inscription, and you can get the shoulder enchants you get from Hodor are almost as good, like they're barely worse, and then the unique gems, like the 3 per set, the Dragon's Eye gems, those are really good.
Yeah.
Like I didn't realize how much better they were. Like for my tank set, I go from like a 24 stamina blue gem, I can make a 51 stamina gem. That's more than double.
I haven't been able to make my prisms. I don't get the frozen orbs. But the
do you want some frozen orbs? I have lots.
Well, I could use one every day.
Oh, okay.
But the last 2 prisms I made, I had Dragon's Eyes in them, so I have 2 Dragon's Eyes right now.
Nice. Yeah, I just went and bought some Dragon's Eyes because I'm a late starter for the jewel crafting. I've been storing up my tokens. I've been doing the dailies. Oh, I think I forgot to do my daily yesterday. I did. Darn it. But I've been storing up my tokens, and I've been using it. I've been buying the Dragon Eye recipes, so I could get my good gems for my sets. And
I've been buying Dragon's Eyes too. I have not. used my
I
daily
didn't want to
tokens.
waste the tokens on the Dragon's Eyes when I could just go buy one for. I think I paid 120 gold. I was like, that's a full day that I'm buying for 120 gold. I think I'm okay with that.
Yesterday was the Bright daily where you had to kill the elemental and get the elemental.
Yeah, I picked up the quest, and I don't think I had a chance to do it. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll do it this morning. And then I spent all morning getting the podcast ready to release today, and just didn't have time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was our week. We're over an hour right now before edits. So does anyone have anything else they want to say before we close this episode out?
Just check out the Merrymaker. We'll try and get a little guide going. Something we obviously can't show. I'll expose the other achievements that are not part of the overall achievement on there, just to give you some fun.
So you're going to expose something on YouTube, is what you're saying?
As much as YouTube will let me expose.
They have rules, so just beware. Are you going to expose anything on YouTube?
No, Facebook.
Facebook, you're exposing things on Facebook.
They have
rules
rules,
as well. Everyone with their rules. All right, so we should probably say goodbye.
Goodbye.
That's outrageous! That's as good as it gets this week.
No voice.
Every time.
Every time, Sam. All right.
We done? I have to
goodbye.
pee.
Oh, okay.